Ever heard about this search engine that's like shaking up the whole journalism world?
Oh, yeah.
It's called Perplexity AI.
Oh, okay.
And get this, instead of just like Google giving you a bunch of links,
Yeah.
it uses AI to give you like straight up answers from, legit sources.
Ah, interesting.
But here's the really crazy part.
Mm-hmm.
Perplexity actually pays the publishers, for the content it uses.
Oh, hold on. Like,
That's wild.
it's a big deal, right?
Yeah, when you really think about it.
It is.
For years, publishers have been dealing with like all these tech giants
Yeah.
just using their stuff
Yeah.
and not really giving anything back.
Right. Exactly.
And Perplexity's like solution to that is the publisher's program.
Okay, so let's break down this program
Yeah,
because it sounds like it could be a total game changer.
for sure.
From what I understand, publishers get a cut of the ad revenue
Right.
when Perplexity uses like their content in the answers.
Exactly.
But how much are we talking here?
Is it enough to like make a real difference for publishers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the exact percentage, they haven't really made it public.
Okay.
But Perplexity says, publishers will get a meaningful cut.
Meaningful.
Meaningful, yeah, whatever that means.
Yeah.
But to get an idea, you got to consider that some similar, revenue sharing models out there
Right.
offer publishers anywhere from like 50 to 80% of the ad revenue.
Okay.
So if Perplexity wants to be competitive,
Yeah.
they got to offer something, in that range.
That's a big chunk of change,
It is.
especially for smaller publishers
Yeah.
who are like really struggling to stay afloat.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not just about the money though, right?
No, for sure.
Perplexity also gives publishers access to their APIs.
Right, right.
What does that even mean for someone who like isn't super techie?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Okay, think of APIs as these little digital bridges, basically,
Right.
that allow different software programs to, like, talk to each other and share information.
So in this case,
Yeah.
publishers can use Perplexity's APIs to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
build their own like AI-powered search features
Exactly.
right on their
Like,
websites.
on their own sites, yeah.
So instead of seeing Perplexity as competition,
Right.
they can actually use its technology
Yeah,
to like improve their own platforms.
exactly. Like having like a mini Perplexity engine
Oh,
on their own site.
got it.
So imagine a news website, right?
Okay.
And it has a search bar
Right.
that pulls up not just their own articles,
Right.
but like summarizes info from other sources too.
Wow.
All powered by AI.
That's pretty incredible.
It is.
It could like totally change the way people search
Oh,
and
yeah.
consume news.
Absolutely.
And this isn't just for like huge tech companies either,
No.
right?
Mhm.
I read that they're working with a bunch of different publishers,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
like a diverse group.
A whole range.
Yeah.
They started with some big names like Time, Der
Yeah.
Spiegel, Texas Tribune,
Okay.
but they've already like expanded to include a whole bunch of others,
That's cool.
focusing on everything from like, tech reviews
Yeah.
to like world history.
Oh, wow.
And they're even working with publishers in different languages,
Sounds awesome.
which shows, they're
Yeah.
committed to reaching a global audience.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like creating this like network of knowledge,
Yeah, like a web.
connecting people to information from everywhere.
It is. It is.
But let's go back to those APIs for a sec.
Okay.
Can you give me like a real world example
Sure. Yeah.
of how a publisher might use them?
Okay. Let's say you're a publisher
Yeah.
with like tons of content,
Okay.
like a historical society
Right.
or a scientific journal.
Yeah.
You could use Perplexity's APIs to create like a searchable database
Okay.
that lets users ask like really complex questions
Yeah.
and get direct answers from your archive.
That would be like a game changer for researchers.
Oh, for sure.
Instead of having to like dig through mountains of like papers and stuff,
Right, exactly.
they could get answers in seconds.
Yeah,
This is starting to sound like a win-win for everyone,
it is. It is.
both Perplexity and the publishers.
Absolutely.
But I'm curious about, like, are there any downsides?
Well,
That's a good question.
Like, what concerns might publishers have about this program?
One thing that, some people are worried about is
Yeah.
the possibility of, like, cannibalizing website traffic.
Oh, okay.
If people are getting their answers straight from Perplexity,
Yeah,
will they still go to the publisher's website?
that's a good point.
Yeah,
That's a valid concern.
it is. And it'll be interesting to see
Yeah.
how Perplexity addresses that.
It's a tough balance.
It's
They need to make it easy for people to search,
right.
but also encourage them to like go to the source material.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Another potential challenge
Yeah.
for publishers is,
Yeah. Like integrating these new AI tools
right?
into their existing workflows.
Totally.
It might require some investment,
Yeah,
training
right.
resources.
Yeah, especially for smaller places.
Especially for smaller organizations, yeah.
So even though Perplexity is offering these tools,
Yeah.
publishers still need to be ready to, like,
Adapt,
yeah,
evolve.
to, like, really make the most of them.
Absolutely.
It really sounds like this program could, like, totally reshape the media landscape.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Big time.
It'll be fascinating to see how it all plays out over the next few years.
I can't wait to see how publishers use these tools to create, like, really innovative new experiences for their readers.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of readers,
Yeah.
how does Perplexity make sure they're getting accurate
Right.
and unbiased information?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, because we're talking about AI here.
We are.
So-
So Perplexity claims their AI is trained on like this massive data set
Okay.
of high quality sources.
Got it.
And remember,
Yeah.
it's not like making up the information itself.
Okay.
It's pulling from, existing articles,
Right.
research.
So it's more like a really, really smart research assistant.
Think of it that way. Okay,
Okay.
it's not replacing journalists.
Right.
It's like helping them out by
Yeah.
making information easier to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So it's not about AI versus humans.
No, not at all.
It's about, like,
AI and humans working together.
yeah, working together.
Exactly.
And that's what makes Perplexity's approach so interesting.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're not just trying to, like, disrupt the whole media industry.
Right.
They're trying to create a system
Yeah.
where both AI and journalism can, like, thrive. Yeah.
Exactly.
But how does this all compare to, like, what other tech giants are doing?
yeah,
I mean, Google's been, like, putting AI in their search engine for years,
they have.
but they haven't really been known for, like,
Sharing the wealth.
sharing the wealth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. With publishers.
Google's model has always been about keeping users on their platform
Right.
and, making money off their attention
Yeah, with ads.
through advertising. Yeah.
Right.
Perplexity seems to be doing something different.
Yeah.
Something more collaborative
Okay.
and potentially like more sustainable in the long run.
That's cool. It's a bold move.
It is.
And it'll be interesting to see if other companies do the same thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Yeah.
let's dig a little deeper into, like,
Yeah.
how Perplexity's program actually works.
Okay.
Like, what are the key things that publishers need to know about?
Well, one big thing is
Yeah.
the level of like transparency that Perplexity provides.
Okay.
Publishers can see exactly how their content is being used,
Yeah.
how much money it's making,
Wow.
and even like which specific searches are bringing people to their site.
That's amazing. Most publishers have never had that level of detail before.
Right, exactly.
And that kind of data
Yeah.
could be super valuable for making decisions about, like, their content strategy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Another key thing
Yeah.
is the year of free access to Perplexity Enterprise Pro
Oh, yeah, that's right.
that publishers get when they sign up for the program.
What exactly is Perplexity Enterprise Pro?
Yeah.
And why is it so valuable?
Think of it as like the deluxe version of Perplexity.
Okay.
It gives publishers access to like even more powerful AI tools and
Okay.
features.
Yeah.
So they can create like really cutting edge experiences for their users.
So, for example, like, how could they use it?
They could use it to build personalized content recommendations.
Oh, okay.
Develop like AI powered chatbots
Wow.
to engage with readers or even analyze their audience data to like find new trends and
No.
opportunities.
It's like they're giving publishers a sneak peek into the future
It is.
of, like, content creation and consumption.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we also got to think about the financial side of things.
Right.
Can Perplexity actually keep up
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
level of revenue sharing?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Their success really depends on
Yeah.
whether they can get enough users
Okay.
and make enough money from advertising.
Right.
They're basically betting
Yeah.
that their model will be more appealing to
Yeah,
both users and advertisers
Yeah.
than like the traditional Google model.
It's a risky bet.
It is.
But if they can pull it off,
Yeah.
it could have a huge impact on the whole media industry.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's super exciting to watch.
It is. It is.
We're at this, like, crucial moment in the evolution of information.
We are.
And Perplexity is right at the forefront of all of it.
Absolutely.
Okay, we've covered a lot here,
We have.
but I still have so many questions.
As do I.
Okay, let's take a quick break and then come back to dive even deeper into this fascinating topic.
Sounds good.
All right, we're back
Back again.
and ready to keep going with our deep dive into Perplexity AI's Publishers Program.
Right.
We talked about like all the potential benefits for publishers.
Yeah.
But let's get down to like the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, the nuts and bolts.
How does this revenue sharing model actually work?
Okay.
Like in real life?
Let's say you're, scrolling through Perplexity
Okay.
and you find an answer
Okay.
that uses information from, like, the Washington Post.
Okay.
The Post would then get
Yeah.
a cut of the ad revenue
Oh, okay.
that's made from that search.
So the more Perplexity uses a publisher's content,
Yeah.
the more money they make.
Yeah, basically,
Okay.
it encourages publishers,
Yep.
to make really good content
Right.
that Perplexity's AI finds valuable.
Got it.
It's kind of like
A partnership
like a symbiotic relationship.
where they both benefit. But I'm still kind of curious about those APIs.
Yeah.
We talked about them
I
before,
did.
but how can publishers actually use them to like make their own websites better?
Okay, imagine you're like National Geographic,
Right.
right? With like all those amazing photos and
Yeah.
articles.
Mhm.
You could use Perplexity's APIs to build like an interactive map.
On their website.
Yeah, on their website.
Oh, wow.
That lets users explore different parts of the world
Oh,
and see content from their archives.
that's taking storytelling to a whole other level.
It is. It's like bringing those pages to life.
Yeah, with AI.
With AI.
It's-
Exactly.
And because Perplexity is always updating its algorithms,
Yeah.
the possibilities are like kind of endless. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Publishers can always be trying new things
Yeah.
to keep their audience engaged.
Exactly.
This all sounds super promising,
Yeah.
but we got to talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh, yeah.
Google, they've been the top dog in search for like forever.
They have.
How is Perplexity going to compete with a giant like that?
I mean, it's a real David and Goliath situation.
It is.
But Perplexity has a few things going for it.
Like what?
First, their focus on giving direct answers
Okay.
instead of just links.
Yeah.
It's something different
Right.
for a lot of users who
Yeah.
are tired of like wading through pages of search results.
Yeah, sometimes I just want a straight answer.
Right.
Not a bunch of links.
Exactly. And
Okay.
second,
Okay.
their commitment to working with publishers
Right.
and sharing revenue
Yeah.
could be a big difference maker.
Okay.
Publishers are looking for something else
Yeah.
besides Google's advertising model.
Right.
And Perplexity is offering that.
A more like fair solution.
Yeah, more equitable. It's
Yeah.
not just about, the technology.
Sure.
It's about building a system that actually works for everyone
Yeah, that makes sense.
in the long run.
It's about
Yeah.
like building a more like sustainable ecosystem
Absolutely.
for the future of information.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it is. And that's why I think Perplexity has the potential to really shake things up.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
disrupt the status quo.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about some of the challenges.
Right.
One concern I've heard from publishers
Yeah.
is like the fear of losing control of their content.
Oh, okay.
If Perplexity is taking information from their websites
Yeah.
and putting it on their own platform,
Right.
does that like hurt their brand?
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
But Perplexity always says where the information came from
Oh, okay.
and links back to the original article.
So it's not like stealing content.
No.
It's more like curating it,
Yeah, like organizing.
making it easier for users to find.
Exactly.
And we got to remember
Yeah.
that Perplexity is also sending traffic back to those websites.
So they are through those links.
It's not like a zero-sum game.
No, not at all.
Another concern I've heard
Yeah.
is about like bias in AI algorithms.
Right.
How do we know that Perplexity is giving like a balanced
Yeah.
and objective view of information?
That's a really important question.
Yeah.
And one that Perplexity is definitely thinking about.
Great.
They say their algorithms are designed to be neutral
Okay.
and transparent.
Okay.
They also give users the ability
Yeah.
to see where the information comes from
Right.
and decide for themselves if it's credible.
So it's about giving users the power to like
Yeah.
think critically
Think for themselves.
and not just blindly trust the AI.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about using AI as a tool to
Yeah.
help us understand things better,
Right.
not to replace human judgment.
This all goes back to the idea of AI and humans working together.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not about one replacing the other.
No.
It's about finding ways for them to like work together.
complement each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And in this case, that means using AI to make information easier to find
Yeah.
while still respecting the role of,
Yeah.
human journalists
Yeah.
and publishers.
In creating that information.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's talk about
Yeah.
that year of free access
All right.
to Perplexity Enterprise Pro that publishers get.
Yeah, that's a big perk.
Can you break down like
Yeah.
some of the main benefits of that platform?
Okay, so imagine you run like a local newspaper
Oh.
with Perplexity Enterprise Pro.
Yep.
You can see what your readers are interested in
Oh, okay.
and, tailor your content to them.
So it's like having like
Yeah.
a personalized focus group.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
You can also use it to experiment with
Well,
different
yeah.
types of content
Okay.
and see what works best.
So like maybe your audience likes
Yeah.
short videos,
Right, or
like interactive stuff.
interactive data visualizations.
Yeah.
Enterprise Pro lets you try different things
Yep.
and optimize your content strategy in real time.
So it's not just about making content.
No.
It's about understanding like
Yeah.
how people are using it
Consuming it. Yeah.
and changing your approach.
Exactly.
This is all starting to feel very futuristic,
It is.
but let's not forget about the money.
Right.
We talked about revenue sharing,
We did.
but how does Perplexity actually make the money
Yeah.
to share with publishers?
Well, most of their money comes from advertising.
Okay, just like Google.
Just like Google, yeah.
Okay.
But here's where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
Instead of using those like banner ads
Right.
that we're all used to ignoring,
Yeah.
Perplexity is trying out new formats
Okay.
that are more like part of the user experience.
So instead of those annoying pop-ups,
Yeah.
you might see ads that are more relevant
Right.
to what we're looking for.
Exactly. Think about it.
Right.
If you're asking Perplexity about like the best electric car,
Yeah.
you might see an ad
Yeah.
for a car dealership
offering test drives.
That makes more sense
It does.
than just like random ads.
It's more like a helpful suggestion
Yeah, exactly.
than an interruption.
Yeah.
And because these ads are more connected to what users want,
Yeah.
they'll probably work better for advertisers.
Right, which means
Mm.
more money for Perplexity
Right.
to share with publishers.
It's like a win-win-win
It is.
for users, advertisers, and publishers.
For everyone.
But how does Perplexity ensure that these ads are like ethical
Right.
and don't like mess with the information they're giving?
Transparency is key.
Okay.
Perplexity is committed to clearly labeling sponsored content,
Okay.
making sure that ads are never presented as like facts.
Right. Okay.
They also have strict rules about what kinds of ads they allow.
So it's about finding that balance between like making money
Right.
and keeping users' trust.
Exactly. It's a tough balance,
It is.
but Perplexity seems to be taking it seriously.
Yeah, it's a really bold experiment.
It is. And I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, me too.
But before we wrap up this part,
Okay.
I want to touch on one more thing.
Yeah.
The impact of all this
Right.
on the future of journalism.
That's a big question.
It is.
And there's no easy answer.
Yeah.
But I think Perplexity's model could be good for journalism.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
How so?
Well, by creating a system where publishers get paid for their content,
Okay.
Perplexity is helping to make sure that good journalism is valued
Right.
and rewarded.
Yeah.
And by giving publishers these AI tools, they're helping them to innovate and adapt to the changing media landscape.
So it's not about replacing journalists.
No.
It's about giving them the tools to succeed.
Yeah, in a world where AI is becoming more and more important.
So it's about seeing AI as like a
Yeah.
partner.
A partner, not a threat.
Yeah.
And realizing that the future of information depends on a healthy and thriving journalism ecosystem.
That makes sense.
It does.
And that brings us to the end of part 2.
Join us for part 3 where we'll like zoom out
Yeah.
and look at the bigger picture.
Awesome. All right. Welcome back to the last part of our deep dive into Perplexity AI's Publishers Program.
Right.
We've talked about like how it works,
Yeah.
the good stuff, the
Yeah.
potential
Any
problems.
challenges?
Yeah, exactly. Now let's like zoom out.
Okay.
Look at the bigger picture.
The big picture, yeah.
What does this all mean
Right.
for the future of like information?
Yeah, like how we learn
Yeah.
and, the whole relationship between humans and AI.
It's like we're like
Yeah.
standing at the edge of something totally new
It really is. It's like,
for so long.
yeah,
The internet's been this,
like a Wild West.
yeah, this wild west of information.
So much to explore.
Yeah, it's amazing for like
Yeah.
accessing stuff,
Yeah, finding anything.
exploring,
And then it can be overwhelming.
but it's also been like super overwhelming sometimes.
Totally.
Yeah, like Information overload.
Information overload, for sure.
Yeah, so sometimes I don't even know where to start.
Right. It's just too much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where I think, like, AI tools,
Yeah.
like Perplexity,
Perplexity.
can really make a difference.
I think so, too.
They can help us, like, navigate all that, find what we need,
Yeah.
without getting lost in a sea of, like, random links.
Exactly. Cut through the noise.
Yeah, so it's not about, like, replacing curiosity or the fun of discovering new things.
No, not at all.
It's about, like, making those experiences better.
Enhancing them.
Yeah, with smart tools.
With AI.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think is so cool about Perplexity's approach.
I agree.
They're not just, trying to make a better search engine.
Yeah.
They're trying to create, like, a better balance between AI and, human intelligence.
And that balance is, like, super important.
It is. We got to be careful.
We got to be aware of the risks
Absolutely.
of AI, while also, like, embracing the ways it can help us.
Right. It's a powerful tool.
We need to be, like, critical thinkers.
Yeah. Think for ourselves.
Question the information we see.
Don't just take everything at face value.
And remember that AI is, like, a tool.
Yeah.
Not a replacement for, like, our own judgment.
Exactly.
But if we can find that balance,
yeah,
learn to work with AI the right way,
I think it can open up so many possibilities.
I think it could unlock, like, all these amazing possibilities for learning,
For sure.
for being creative,
creativity, yeah.
and even for solving some of the world's biggest problems.
Absolutely. It has that potential.
Think about, like, the impact on education.
Yeah.
Imagine if every student
Right.
had their own AI tutor
Wow.
that could, like, adapt to how they learn.
Yeah, like a personalized learning experience.
Yeah, and guide them through, like,
Yeah.
difficult concepts.
It could revolutionize education.
It would be revolutionary.
Yeah.
It could give every student the chance to, like, reach their full potential.
I love that.
And think about, like, scientific research.
Yeah.
AI can, like, analyze huge amounts of data,
Right.
find patterns,
Yeah.
and come up with hypotheses
So much faster than humans.
way faster than humans could ever do.
It could lead to breakthroughs.
It could lead to, like, huge breakthroughs.
Absolutely.
Like, in medicine, energy, all sorts of fields.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
It's mind-blowing.
It is.
But we also got to be real about the risks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We can't ignore those.
One thing that worries me
Yeah.
is the potential for AI to be used to, like,
Spread misinformation.
spread misinformation or
Yeah.
to, like, manipulate people.
Absolutely. That's a real danger.
And we've already seen that happening
Yeah.
on social media, right?
We have, unfortunately.
Which is why it's so important to, like, develop ethical guidelines
Ethical guidelines, absolutely.
for how AI is developed and used,
We need rules.
and to teach people how to, like, right.
Be critical of the information they see online.
Media literacy is so important.
Yeah, it's not just about the technology itself.
Yeah.
It's about, like, how we use it.
Yeah.
And the values we build into it.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm, like, cautiously optimistic
Yeah,
about Perplexity's model.
I am too.
They seem to be really committed to working with publishers,
They do, yeah.
valuing human expertise, and being transparent.
Transparency is key.
It seems like they're taking these ethical things seriously.
I think so.
But it's still early, right?
Oh, absolutely. Early days.
We got to keep watching
Keep an eye on things
how this all develops.
and hold these companies accountable.
And hold those companies accountable for their choices.
Absolutely.
This is a conversation that needs to keep going.
It does.
And everyone needs to be part of it.
Everyone, yeah.
And that's why I think it's so important for
Yeah.
people to, like, engage with these issues.
Yeah, get involved.
Ask questions.
Ask questions, share your thoughts,
Share their opinions.
and help shape the future of AI
Yeah, help shape the future of AI
in a way that's good for everyone.
in the way that benefits all of us.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this whole deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with this thought.
Okay.
AI isn't some, like, far-off thing.
Right.
It's here now.
It's happening now.
It's already changing the world
Big time.
in big ways.
Mhm.
The choices we make today,
Yeah.
the conversations we have,
Or actions.
the actions we take
They all matter.
will shape how this technology develops
Yeah.
and how it impacts our lives.
Absolutely. We have a role to play.
So stay informed,
Yeah.
stay engaged,
Stay curious.
and stay curious.
The future is in our hands.
The future of information is in our hands.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time, keep exploring.